Hi guys, I am Krishnan Sunderarajan and I'm the founder of metaverse startup Loka. Now today I'm going to take you to a magical place, a place where physics doesn't really apply, a place where you can fly like the Superman, run like the Flash, or even dance like Prabhudeva if you want. A world that's literally limited only by an entry device like a mobile phone, a console, or a PC, an internet connection, and yes, your imagination itself. That's all we need. Some call it the next version of human social interaction. Others call it the embodiment of the internet. Whatever it is definitely here to change all of our lives pretty soon. Now, before we take a deep dive into this, let's just know the name. Let's lift the curtains. What are we talking about? And we are, yes, talking about the hottest trend in the market, the metaverse. Now, what is the metaverse? Well, the definition goes like this. The metaverse is the embodiment of the internet where instead of viewing content, you're actually inside it. Now, what does that mean? That means that, well, if you go to the mall to shop something, you go to the mall, you try out stuff, you see the quality, you see the fitting that gives you experience, right? You can do the same on Amazon or a Flipkart. That would give you convenience. One gives you experience, the other gives you convenience. Metaverse is right in between, where it gives you experience without compromising on convenience and convenience without compromising on the experience. You can now probably the other example here is you can actually go to a concert and see your favorite artist performing live. That gives you experience. The other thing can be done same on something like a Zoom. Well, that would give you the comfort of sitting right at home and watching your favorite artist, and that's convenience. Well, metaverse could take you right inside a virtual world where you can see the artist performing live in front of you. You can hear somebody screaming on your left of about the artist, and somebody screaming on your right. You can see a person dancing right in front of you. You can actually get bumped by another person. Just walks up into the crowd and probably hits you. You can experience everything that probably a real world would give you, but virtually. And that exactly, my friends, is the metaverse. Now, the question is, before we take a deep dive, what constitutes the metaverse? Well, metaverse has three elements. One are the virtual worlds, worlds like Loka, like Fortnite, like Roblox, like Animal Crossing, so on and so forth. Then the second are the entry devices. This can be VR, PC, console, mobile, so on and so forth. And third are services. Services can be anything from a blockchain-based asset ownership service like NFT, a blockchain-based financial service like cryptocurrency, or a voice service like Agora. Now, you have to understand that all of this constitutes to the metaverse. None of it is the metaverse. Now, crypto is not the metaverse, virtual world is not the metaverse, or VR is not the metaverse. All three constitute to the metaverse. It's like saying Google Chrome is the internet. It's not, right? Now, the important question, why? Why is the metaverse so amazing? Well, because it is not a category. It's not e-commerce, edtech, fintech, and so on and so forth. It is the category creator. Whatever internet can do, metaverse just can do slightly better. Now, let me just give you an example to this. See, when you watch something on YouTube, right? It's fun because essentially the metric being tracked here is views. Number of views of a content makes the content more appealing, right? Then you can do the same thing on a platform like Twitch, where the audience is watching the content, but the audience is also live, but it's also concurrent. So the quality of the audience, the quality of the experience is slightly better. Then the third one is the metaverse, where the audience is live, they are concurrent, and they are inside the content. You can actually be inside the content and even affect the storyline of the content. And that is why, my friends, this is amazing. Now, they were all talking about crazy stuff in the 70s and the 80s, about probably flying cars, teleporting devices, talking holograms, and much more. They were really referring to the metaverse back then. We just didn't know. Now, the question is, when will the metaverse arrive? Well, the answer to that question is it's already here. We're seeing early signs of it. People are getting married on the metaverse. They are attending graduation ceremonies on the metaverse. They are, in fact, having a reality TV show on the metaverse called Alter Ego on Fox. Well, most of us did hear about the Travis Scott concert. Happened for 7 minutes, attended by 12 million people simultaneously, concurrently, and earned $20 million in just 7 odd minutes. That is amazing, right? Now, we all have heard of Snoop Dogg being purchased, being there on Sandbox, purchasing lands for millions. We've heard of malls being built on Decentral, and we've actually also heard of Barbados opening an embassy inside the metaverse, JP Morgan opening a bank inside the metaverse. All of it is happening as we speak. It's just getting crazier, bigger by the minute. Now, what is the important question? The important question is, when will metaverse actually take over the globe? Like I tell you, like a lot of people say these days. Well, it's already starting to happen. Now, let me just throw out some stats at you. Now, the average session time of YouTube globally is 54 minutes. Facebook is 31 minutes. And Instagram is 35 minutes. Now, if I compare that to an existing metaverse out there, like a Roblox, it's 154 minutes, Fortnite 160 minutes. That's how long people are playing, watching, experiencing the metaverse every day. The amount of land on a metaverse called Minecraft, if you compare that to the size of Earth, it's 7.5 times the size of Earth. That's how big Minecraft is. The total session time of players playing this game called Fortnite is 10 million years. To put that into context, humans have existed only for 300,000 years. That's how long. Now the question is, and before I get to that question, I'd like to say one point about the metaverse. Whoever rejects it now, and yes, whoever rejects the metaverse now will definitely be seen dancing in a virtual pub probably 5 to 6 years from now on a Decentraland or a Luca or a Fortnite and so on and so forth. Now we get criticism that metaverse is all okay, it's nice, it feels good, it's a great story, but it doesn't feel real. It's still miles away from being real. Well, the answer is give it 5 years. Let 5G come in. Let haptic devices kick in. When currently we just engage 2 senses of your body, right? The eyes and the ears. When we start engaging 5 senses of your body, that is where the real story emerges. Well, there are companies building haptic gloves, haptic vest, and devices that can replicate smell, that can replicate taste. And when we capture all 5 senses, you will be able to not distinguish between what is real and what is virtual. And reality will just be an overhyped concept. So what are the challenges that Indians or the Indian infrastructure faces? We face challenges like low bandwidth speed or unreliable internet connections or lower computing powers of devices, lower storage, and cheaper phones being prevalent a lot. We have infrastructural problems. How do we sort it? Well, that's what we are trying to do here at Loka. Well, we are trying to focus on 2 things. One is providing the metaverse for everybody by reducing the entry barrier to anybody who owns a 10,000 buck phone or more. We are also aware that India is a country which is mobile first, if not mobile only. So no VR for us initially, because a VR device costs 40,000 bucks or more. And we know that that's a lot for us Indians. but we will get there. So currently we're making a mobile first low entry barrier software, and definitely something that resonates the Indian culture and Indian feel. Yes, we are introducing the Salman Khan hook step in the game. We're doing the Hrithik Roshan ting 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 step, and we're introducing gestures as simple as namaste or salam or so on and so forth. And we want to replicate the Indian culture. We don't want you to see Travis Scott. We want you to see Arijit Singh. We want you to experience things as simple as wearing a kurta or a salwar kameez or a sari in the game. We want to replicate as small elements like if there's a map in Delhi, there'll be a Golgappa wala versus a map in Mumbai will have a Pani Puri wala versus a map in Kolkata might have a Puchka wala. That's how deep we want to get into this. So currently, we already have a map where you can find your love, you can date people, you can shop, you can go through an endless catalog of stores in the world. And yes, you can attend real life live concerts by your favorite artists, comedians, musicians, and so on. And we are also introducing new maps in the world. Currently, we have CP in Delhi. We are doing Baga Beach next, and then MG Road, Bangalore, and then Chennai, and then Kolkata, and so on and so forth. Now, the big question here, what can we expect out of the metaverse? Well, the answer has already been given by Steven Spielberg in the 2018 movie Ready Player One. But the good news is it's not going to happen in a dystopian world. It's going to happen right now in a good world, just like what we live in at the moment. Well, you can expect yourself to be anything, anywhere, and to be frank, with anyone you want. That's the promise that the metaverse gives you. You can live in Mumbai, work for a US based tech company, having its virtual office even set up in Mars. You probably might meet your relatives once a year, but here you can meet them every day. You can actually go out for a concert, watching probably Kailash Kher every week. You can shop with them every day, or even better, you can defend the earth by invading zombies by killing them. Cool, right? So the promise of the metaverse says that everything you do in your real life will be replicated. You will be going to schools on the metaverse. You will be working from the metaverse. You will be living in the metaverse. And dare I say it, you will achieve immortality in the metaverse, pretty much like Amazon Prime series The Upload. Well, the journey of 1,000 miles has just started, and we are just on the first step. But yes, this journey is going to be adventurous. So wish us all the best. Jai Hind, and let us be part of something historic and something amazing. Thank you for your time. I am Krishnan Sunderarajan again, founder of Loka. Thank you.